Okay, should we do this? This is Module 7. Welcome. It is Monday, June 17th in the morning here in Phoenix. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Happy Father's Day for those who celebrate. And also, I'll miss you, but happy Juneteenth. And I'm sure there was a lot of festivities over the weekend in many cities around the country. I went to one at the Tempe History Museum where my son works, and it's always nice. Of course, it was 111 degrees out, but at least they moved it inside this year, and there were some tables outside in the shade. But wow, that's a fun holiday. Okay, Module 7. Now we're getting to it, right? This is the week that the chickens come home to roost. I won't mess around. What I'm going to do is talk about, well, first I want to apologize. Many of you have seen in my comments on replies in your discussion board that you should check out Kathy Calhoun's post. Shout out to Kathy for a wonderful job on her communication post in that discussion board. And also shout out to Blair, who notified me last night that in a very nice, gentle way, that I was losing my mind. No, she didn't insinuate that. But it is true that you guys are in groups, and I can't have you just look at anybody's reply, anybody's post. So I botched that up, didn't I? Just take it from me that it was a really detailed post. I really enjoyed seeing that. It was kind of what I was shooting for there, and it was good to see somebody came up with that. There were many good ones. I'll be scoring those later today, and we'll move on from there. So my apologies for guiding you there, and you're like, I can't look at hers. Sorry about that. Okay, so on Module 7, I'm going to go through some highlighted material. I want to remind you the importance of using feedback from previous assignments as well as peers and stuff, incorporating to your project when you can. The project deadline again is Sunday before midnight, and of course you know that. If there's extenuating circumstances, please let me know. These will not be like cut and dried to score, because I'm probably going to see, for many of you, it'll be the longest paper you've written in your undergrad career, and it's good because it didn't happen like all at once. It's like you've been building on it. So, but now it's time to put it together and rewrite what you need. I want to refer you to the Interdisciplinary Studies in the Commons Library Guide for Assistance relating to APA formatting. I'm going to be not more of a stickler, but there's more. This is the final, so this is like the polished version of everything, right? Don't stress out about it. Nobody could fail their paper by having lousy formatting, but it will really irritate me. Okay, reminder, you must use sources that represent diverse perspectives to support your explanation on things, right? And that includes those perspectives that go against your or refute the viewpoints, so that would be in position. I want you to refute those viewpoints that are in opposition to what your plan is, okay? And so you're going to have to tell me that. You're going to have to say, some observers may believe that this plan would be ineffective because blah, 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 according to blah, blah, blah. They believe this type of solution has been tried and failed, or will not make enough of an impact, or has too much cost over benefit, et cetera, et cetera. Look for sources like that. If you need help with that, please let me know. But I think you've been showing yourselves to be really good at what you're doing, and I want you to find the sources. Again, going to the Sheridan Library is your best place. Don't Google this kind of stuff. You're going to end up going down rabbit holes that are not academically appropriate, right? So you want to go through Sheridan Library, click on the filter of the full text online, and peer reviewed. That would be your ideal type of sourcing. And believe me, you'll probably find everything you need there, all right? So let's see. Okay, so again, these are highlights that you must determine a specific actionable aspect of the issue. Okay, so I'm going to remind you again, an actionable aspect of the issue. If you want to do this social awareness campaign, you're going to have to convince me that this is a specific, actual, actionable aspect of the issue. Okay, this is how you're supposed to narrow down your larger topic, the local or the global social issue, and narrowed it down into a specific aspect that you can focus your project on. An aspect that is narrower in scope and that could be changed to improve the lives of impacted communities. I'm going to harp on that. I'm going to grade on that, that if you're coming at me with wide solutions, for example, for this, okay, that's a little big, all right? And even narrowing it down towards specific countries, things like that. I want specific actionable in your community or a community that you've chosen to work with, okay? And what is a community? Well, a community is a, I thought I had this right in front of me. A specific, any group of people connected by things they have in common, such as location, interests, morals, beliefs, or identity, all right? But I also want it to be something that you can take on, that you as one human being that wants to strike out to make a change, okay? And I'm seeing a lot of good plans out there that you've been able to put yourself into it, imagining what have you, that you can see that it could be real. And then there are some that it's going to be a challenge to do that, all right? Make sure you address the rubric criterion in which you refute the points, okay? Let's see. Use the order of the project criteria to help you organize your paper, okay? And I want to be sure that, you know, you can use headings, okay? Use subheadings. It'll help me to look at it, but it helps you look at an organized piece of work. Yes, there are probably three main sections having to do with the advocacy and the intervention and the social issue itself. But getting into more specific headings, feel free to do so. You know, a bold thing. Yeah, they want APA-style headings. Look, if I can get APA-style citations, I'm happy. APA-style reference list, I'm happy. As far as headings go, give me a subheading, bold it, and let's move on, okay? But that's going to be the best way, because if I get one slog paper, it has no paragraphs or even rare so long paragraphs, things like that, and you want me to slog through that, you're going to get dinged heavily on a presentation. There's going to be a place in the rubric where I'll be dinging you heavily just for the fact that you made me read that, okay? All right, so the module 7 page, the learning objectives. By the end of the module, you meet these learning objectives. Investigate a community-based or workplace opportunity for social change. Investigate a community-based or workplace opportunity. Does that sound like a giant global issue? No. Plan an intervention to address an opportunity for social change. You were doing that through your communication thing last week. Advocate improvements that address complex issues. Yes, these are issues that are complex. They're easy to solve. They've been solved, right? All right. So there's a page called Finalizing Your Project. And on that page, let's see, it's a nice wordy page still talking about your focus should be on strategically using and revising your work on previous assignments. There is a link for the IDS 410 course map if you want to see that contextualized in sort of like diagrams, if that works for you to see the IDS 410 you got the investigation, part 2 is the intervention, part 3 is advocacy, part 1 includes project proposal, a social issue, the peer workshop, short paper. I mean, these aren't sections, but the main sections, there's part 1, 2, and 3, and within those will be specific, probably subheadings, okay? I'm looking at this, and this is the, like I said, this course map, looks like that. There's there's a link on there you can go to. So on the finalizing your project page, go through that. Hey, I like that. Last word says, "You got this." I like that. I always say that, but that's like my lingo. I think that's the important stuff there. There is a page called Resources, Support for Your Project, and doggone it, there was a video here. I was just starting to watch it and I didn't finish it. Talks about how to format papers in APA 7th edition. This is an SNHU academic support video, and it has been here since when? Let's see. Is that where we are now, APA 7?
Hello and welcome to this tutorial on formatting your paper in APA 7th edition.
I guess it was formatted, I mean it was posted 4 years ago. That's all right, just wherever you can find it. APA hasn't changed that much. So we can work on that. That's a good video to use. Again, different students respond in different ways. Videos, written word, diagrams, pictures. We all know we respond differently to certain types of media. All right, so there's that. Then there's a library resources. That's the one that'll take you to interdisciplinary studies in the Commons Library Guide. That's a big deal because me as an interdisciplinarian, that's a great field, and I think what drives me to enjoy this type of class, where some instructors probably would like, I can't do it. I got somebody doing sustainability. I got somebody doing, flooding. I got somebody doing systematic racism. I mean, it's just, but I like that. I like the variety of that. Okay, so you guys keep bringing it. That's good. Like I said, when I was teaching at ASU, I had an interdisciplinary studies student, and I believe that their concentrations, they have to choose two. And mine, again, when I went through it, mine were human rights and African American studies, and this person was geology and dance. And I'm like, wow, okay, let's integrate those. So somewhere out there, they're doing a rock dance. That's cool. All right, so then we get to, we're doing okay on time. Now, when you get to this page of project submission, okay, this page, project submission, right? I want you to make sure you do two things. Click on guidelines and rubric, which is right there, right here, guidelines and rubric. I want you to click on that because that will take you to a new page, and that page has, a lot of things on it, and it has the rubric, the scoring, what I'm going to score. This is thorough. This is what you need to see, okay? Because when you click on down here on the IDS 410 project rubric, and it opens up a new window, you're just going to get the rubric. See, you're just going to get the rubric here. All right, which is okay, but I want you to see those instructions in that page, because it'll tell you the competencies. It'll talk about an overview. It'll talk about the directions for this, and then here's part 1 investigation. Okay, part 2 intervention, part 3 advocacy. Okay. This is how you can do it. And then it talks to you about submitting 10 to 12 page Microsoft Word doc. I don't mind if it's more than 12 pages at all. You won't get dinged until you start hitting 20, and then I'm gonna go like, oh my God, this is huge. Sometimes less is more, but 9 pages, okay, whatever. But if you start getting it down to like 4 or 5 pages, whatever, in that range, half dozen, it's not a thorough piece of work. And looking at the rubric, you've got there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 different categories. All of them are single digits worth of points, so you can get dinged here and there and still do fine. The criteria here, you can see these investigation of the social issue, investigation of the factors, investigation of the community, okay? investigation of actionable aspect, investigation of opportunity for social change, then intervention attempts, intervention strategy, intervention implementation, intervention resources, intervention benefit, intervention potential outcomes, advocacy justification, advocacy society, advocacy opposition, advocacy success. Then you've got your clear communication and citations and attributions. That adds up to 100% with all those points. And again, those points, that's 100 points, I believe, right? 5, 10, 25, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Should I have did this before the video? 76, 82, 88, 94, 100. Okay, 100 points, or 100%. That will be translated, though, into a value of 400 points, okay? So whatever you get is times 4, right? If you get 400, and if you get 100, you're getting 400 points, right? And you know that's 40% of this class. That's huge, okay? So if you get an 80, you're gonna get 320 points, right? And then if you want to do your math, you can see how many total points you have now. So far, before I score the 6-1 workshop, there were 475 points available, okay? And now with this one I'm going to score, that's 75 more, so that's 5 1/4. And then there's 400, that's 9 1/4. And the final discussion is worth 50, that's 975. Again, this is my first time through. I find that bizarre. I thought it was 1,000. I have to get that fixed. But again, I can't touch the class, even though there are things I want to change. I can only advocate for myself and the course and the curriculum by emailing the curriculum committee, the faculty support, and hopefully they'll get to it, just so you know. And I hope any surveys that you do, you know, talking about me, the course, the curriculum, I'm fine, you know. Unfortunately, it's anonymity, so let's see, who's a troll in this class? I'm totally kidding, nobody's a troll. You guys have been great, okay? And hopefully I've done a good job for you. So that's what you're gonna submit, and by Sunday at midnight. Now, in the meantime, let's see, one other thing looking at, subheadings are fine. I copied all this down and double check. Okay, that's fine. So I think this is really self-explanatory. You guys have been real good with the intuitive nature of this. And then as we move into the final week, obviously I needed time to score these during the week next week, get that posted. Then, you know, supposedly Module 8 is going to be, you know, not necessarily cruise control, but what we're looking at, there's a 8-1 discussion. How in the world, 475 is going to drive me crazy. Oh, I see, 475, 550, 950, 1,000. There's 1,000 points. Okay, after this, we'll have, after this discussion, we'll have 55% of it in with 45% to go. So you can tell how you're doing. Obviously, I'm assuming 900 above is A, 899 is a B, 700 to 799 passing C, and then below that, you know, if you're struggling, if you don't think you're going to make it, I mean, talk to your advisor. I don't know what the, you know, sometimes, you know, life gets in the way. You prioritize. I understand completely. Again, I didn't get my undergrad till I was 56, so it can happen. You can. I mean, maybe there's a policy where they can drop your worst grade if this is one you had to drop. I don't know. But I understand completely, okay? This course will be taught 6 times a year, and hopefully I'm one of the instructors teaching it. I've had students taking my research classes twice. She signed up for it with me, and she said, because I feel such foolish. I didn't do this well, and I wanted to prove myself, and she got an A in the research class, and I still follow her on Instagram to this day. That was like 7 years ago, so and she's doing well. So, okay, students, peers, my people, it's been a joy. please set up a call or a address anything with you if you have any idea. Because if you're thinking about something and it's like, I don't know, is this what he wants? Is this what they're looking for? If you don't know, don't spin your wheels too long. Shoot me an email. Set up a call. If you're ready to talk, I'm ready. 480-277-6741. Now, again, in full disclosure, it's just a scheduling thing, like Aaron Rodgers with the New York Jets. It's a scheduling thing. I'll be at Disneyland on Saturday and Sunday. It just sounds so, like you'll be like working like 36 straight hours and I'll be like standing in lines. I got to get out of here. It's going to be 114 this weekend. So, but I will take a call. I will make a call, you know, as I'm waiting in line, as I'm strolling along. If I'm in a hotel, I will take your call. That's the weekend if you're stumped on something. So I don't want you to hesitate. Send me an email. Get ready to talk, all right? That's it. I know it's 21 minutes here and it's a long one. So you guys have a great week. Work hard. Let me know. Again, let me know. All right? Peace.